Yeah, I guess we can. Fine. Yep, we're heading that way. Buddy, we gotta go cook. No. Well, hi guys. This is Judah Roach with You're Not a Roach Cooking. Kind of a crazy thing today. Buddy was actually, we were doing a photo shoot with Buddy, and we got a call. We've gotten so much support from our fans all over the place, overwhelming amount. What we're doing today is going to be a stuffed manicotti and roasted beef sauce. We're going to make our marinara sauce from the ground up, from scratch. So, starts with the tomatoes right here. There's the stem. You just want to cut that off. You don't want to cook that. Turn it over. You're going to make a cut there, a cut across. It looks like an X. That's what you want it to look like. Oh, wow. These look absolutely incredible. We're going to let those sit for a second. So if you guys want to come over here, what I did earlier while the tomatoes were cooking is just chopped up some onions, some garlic. If you want any type of respect in the game, you need to keep it real. Fresh. I want everything fresh. Anyways, so we got fresh garlic, we got fresh onions. This cooks off, it's absolutely just does wonders. So we're gonna go ahead, I've got this at a medium heat. We're gonna put the garlic in there, and we're gonna put the onions in there. If you guys wanna just come in and listen to that, just listen to it. As these are starting to cool down, if you wanna come over, we're gonna start peeling these. So. Yeah, there we go there. That guy's coming off. We got that. We're going to go ahead and take this pot, and we'll leave it here. You don't need the onions anymore. So, anyways, I kind of like using our soup serving spoon. If you guys don't like the fact that I call it a soup serving spoon, I don't care. As you know. You guys know. I don't. All right. So, we're going to start taking these tomatoes, and we're going to start dumping them in here. I really outdo myself most of the time, but this time I really did. Feel free to take a masher, a potato masher, and you're just gonna smash that all down. But as that cooks, you can do that later. You want it to kind of continue to cook. So I've bought here, it's crushed tomatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this in. Okay, but we want this really to be kind of a dark yellowish color here. We're gonna let this cook for, I'd say, about 15-20 minutes. Once we do that, then we start adding all of our flavors. We got bay leaves, oregano, pure garlic powder, pink Himalayan salt. And let me tell you about this pink Himalayan salt. I've got some experience in mountains, as you guys can see, but this is a long story. We'll have to share this on some other video, but this is my stuff I put into their container. Here I got garlic and parsley salt. I got cayenne red pepper, and of course, the secret ingredient. Right here, guys. And I know in the last video I said don't do yellowtail, but don't do Pinot Grigio yellowtail. I still don't want to talk about that right now. Alright, so we're ready to start flavoring our marinara sauce. I do have my tater smasher. Right now, we're going to go ahead and add our onions and our garlic. We're going to stir that. I like to go ahead and do oregano. I'm an eyeballer. We already talked about in our last video what I think about people that measure stuff. You're a coward. I'm gonna put some fine crushed powdered garlic as well. It's just gonna blend better. Here's our pink Himalayan salt. We're just gonna put a little bit on that in there. I don't know anybody, not even Ramsay Gordon, that doesn't taste their food as they cook it. So right now we're adding garlic and parsley salt. I'm gonna do a little bit of cayenne pepper. Okay. I'm gonna take white sugar, put some of that in there. And once we stir this, we're gonna go ahead and add our secret ingredient. Right, buddy? Wake up! Anyways, so we're gonna come to this wine. We're just adding, I wanna call that about a half cup. So what I'm gonna do now is I like to take my potato masher, and this is just gonna make it, you know, more fine, smoother. It's gonna bring it all together. And then I'm actually gonna start working on our meat. I like to do about 60% beef, 40% sausage. My hands have been tested for COVID, so we're good. Put this in here, and we're just gonna blend this up. There's really no reason to do too much with the meat, but I will season it. Right now, I'm gonna bring this over here. We're gonna take a little bit of olive oil, and we are gonna just put it in this deep pan. And we're just gonna go ahead and drop this in. All you really need is a spatula. We're gonna break this up. You know, at first it's kind of tough, so you gotta really work it. What? So don't do what I just did, guys. You know, I tend to, we'll talk about it later, but it's a long story. I'm trying to stay calm. With this, it's just pretty typical. I mean, like I said, there's already sausage in here. We're gonna add a little bit of salt, garlic and parsley. This is Italian seasoning, so this has the oregano, the rosemary, the thyme, the parsley, and the garlic, which so rather than, you know, hey, it is what it is. So we're gonna season that as well. So I'm gonna slide this back over. I will add black pepper. And now is also the time to add black pepper to our marinara sauce, which go liberal on this. I mean, I want a lot of pepper. It's gonna get in here. We're gonna stir this now. Enough to see here. I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna continue to stir this, cook this meat off. Once we do, our sauce will be done, and then we'll start the next step in the Manicotti meat sauce. It's my favorite spatula. Oh, they're not. I can cook. I'm not there yet, but I already know, just by looking at it, I wanted to add a little more Italian seasoning, and then I add a half stick of butter, and I'm gonna go ahead and do another stick of butter, which would be just a full stick of butter, right? Right? Loosen up the butter, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more wine. Mario and Luigi don't have anything on me. Nothing. We're gonna let that sit. We're gonna drain out all the juices from the meat. We don't want that grease and all that fat going into our sauce. I don't like fat stuff. The meat's done, so I'm just trying to get rid of these chunks. We are gonna now add the meat. So I've got a lot of meat here, so I'm gonna slowly add. I think a lot of people that make marinara sauce and make a meat sauce with marinara never put enough meat. I like it a lot. So does my wife. As my grandma said, my belly's bigger than my eyes, or my eyes are bigger than my belly, whatever she said. She's dead now. I love her. God bless her. She taught me a lot. We're just stirring this in now. Add as you go, taste as you go, and you'll get it right. You're not an idiot. What I like to see here is the meat kind of rupturing out of this marinara sauce. I'm gonna put this lid over. We're gonna let that kind of settle in with the flavors from the meat and the sauce, and then we're gonna taste it. All right, guys. I mean, when we get to taste our food, it's incredible. And as you see, I haven't tasted anything yet. I am excited though. So let's go ahead and let's do it. All right. Well, here we go, guys. Let's all say it together. Yummy. All right, let's see. Come here, buddy. Get some of this, buddy. Come on. There you go. There you go. Buddy loves Italian food too. We did it again. And now we're gonna start working on our next level, which is the cheese, the manicotti. It's gonna be our noodles, which we're gonna start right now. I've already got that kind of prepped and going. And when we get back, we're gonna start putting this all together, guys. Guys, as we're letting our sauce simmer, which I've got it on low now. So we're gonna stir this. That there. All right, so I got cream cheese, cottage cheese. We got ricotta cheese, which that's. So we got sour cream, and we got 2 eggs. Italian season, which I said, the parsley, the oregano, the garlic, all that good stuff, and just a little bit of garlic, a little bit of pepper. So guys, I went ahead, just like I said, I mixed everything in here. So we're just gonna mix this, guys. From this point on, I'm gonna let this settle. We're getting ready to put those in, but I also want you to see what we did with our cheese. This is everything mixed together. So that's going in the fridge. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and grab our manicotti. And we're gonna put it down right here. Just slowly putting these noodles in. And we're gonna let those go. Now here's the thing with these noodles, I want to let you guys know, if you overcook the manicotti noodles, you cannot stuff them with cheese. They will break apart. So that's about right. These will cook more. We're gonna bake this, so don't think you have to cook these perfect. You wanna kind of get them to where, you know, if you need to do this, one thing you can do, you can take a knife. Right here is, if you cut this, yeah, they need to go a little bit more. You want them flappy, but you don't want them more spongy. You don't want them to fall apart. Right now, first off, they're too hot for you to stuff them. You'll burn your hands. Second off is they're just not ready. And if you don't like that, I don't care. What is it, 8 o'clock? That's perfect. We've only been doing this now since about 9 o'clock in the morning, so I am a roach. Maybe I'm not. I think I'm a roach. All right, guys, this is the fun part. So here is our ricotta cheese mixture, which of course I added cottage cheese, sour cream, sour cream, sour cream, and sour cream. We gotta stuff the noodles. Now some people like to use snot suckers. It's all, I mean, that's what I remember these for. I don't know. That's what we used to do when we were kids. I'm gonna use the soup serving spoon. Soup serving spoon. So we're just gonna go ahead and put this into the bag. No big deal. When we get back, we're gonna go ahead and start filling these noodles and we'll go from there. Okay guys, we are here now, ready to start stuffing it. I like using these bags because I can manipulate how big I want this hole. So back to this, if we were gonna use this, I don't wanna modify this and cut it, but that's as big as the hole I can go. So that's gonna get stuffed up. I'm not gonna be able to get anything through there. So cut, I don't know, I wanna say about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. Okay, the bigger the hole, the messier it could get, but it's gonna go a little faster. I like to just hold these. I just hold it over a plate and I start stuffing. Now the other side, I'm not gonna close that down, but as I squeeze, it'll push out some of those bigger pieces. And that's what we're looking for. I actually will take my pan here. I'm gonna layer some olive oil on the bottom for flavor and other reasons. And then I'm gonna take my meat sauce. I'm gonna pull a layer of the meat sauce on the bottom. So we are starting to layer, but it's gonna take some time to get all the manicotti stuff. So I like to set this here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start setting my manicotti and layer it. What I like to do is take this plate and I want to stuff all of my manicotti. We're going to make 2 layers here. I'm going to continue to stuff these and we'll get back to you guys. So I got the first layer of manicotti stuffed, but don't, I'm looking at this and I want some more. So now we're going to take our mozzarella cheese. I'm going to make another layer with our manicotti and we're going to do the exact same thing. And then we're going to top it off with meat sauce and then we're ready to put it in the oven. We got this at 350, ready to go. I'm going to take some aluminum foil, which I just lightly drizzled some olive oil over the top. That way the cheese does not stick to the aluminum foil. When I see you guys next, we'll be pulling this out of the oven and we're going to have a taste. And we're going to have a final word, guys. Are you excited, buddy? Me too. Anyways, the last 5 minutes, I switch it over to broil, and I like to singe my cheese a little bit. So watch this. You tell me right now if that looks good or not. I mean, burnt cheese is almost as bad as a rotten egg. That's my opinion. I'll do that again. Last time we cooked and we pulled our pasta out of this, I had to get kind of high on the dish. We're just gonna kind of go in low, but this all in like kind of, you gotta use your lats and kind of your hips a little bit when you come in with this, but not a lot. Almost like a putt or a chip. All right. So we're going to come in. Oh my goodness. I mean. Okay. All of you cowards that just said that was too soupy, go to Texas. They're going to tell you, get out of here. You guys are just quit being sheep. This is You're Not a Roach stuffed manicotti to a T. We want just filth. And if we want to grab, I mean, come on. If we want to grab a freaking soup serving spoon, we will. And go ahead and comment on it. I just didn't like what he did. Guess what? We don't care. I'm really excited about the bite. Buddy, are you excited? This dog loves Italian food. I would like to just, get a little bit on my palate, cheers. Ah! Oh, wow. Here we go. Wow. Again, we did one video and I cannot believe the support that we're getting right now. Do we need it? No, we don't. We will keep cooking for you guys and we'll keep doing our thing. And for next time on You're Not a Roach Cooking, we'll see you again.